morning, good night, teacher Eduardo. I'm so excited to tell you the things that I learned in this second lecture of my political philosophy course. Today, I will talk about the Socratic citizenship and Plato's apology. So, first, I want to explain the concept of Socratic citizenship, but most of that, I want to explain the context behind this concept. Second, I will give you some interesting fact about the lecture. I will say that the lecture had a plenty of interesting fact, but I only select the most important for me. And ultimately, I will show you the grammar structures that I found in this presentation. Okay, first, I want to explain what apology means. And in this particular case, apology is not referring to the action of regret when you hurt someone, for example. Apology is derivated from the Greek apologia, what means defense or a speech made in defense of something or someone. So Plato's Apology is a chapter of Plato's dialogues, and here you can read the Socrates argument to defend himself of other court. Athens is one of the most democratic societies has existed till today. But in that time that Socrates was killed, Athens was participating in the Peloponnesian War. And this way to defend or fight for political justice arises from poetic teaching. As everything was passionate, the war was passionate too. So for Socrates, was important to question if this is the correct way to link with the citizen, for example. Against the Peloponnesian War, Socrates presents a conversational, argumentative, and dialectical dialogue with which philosophers wanted to replace faith citizen in knowledge and reason. So that's why the main objective of this concept. I think that as Athens were so democratic, they had um, a lot of different values that were based of their citizenship. And I think that one of the most important values, it was the faith, because they believed in so many gods. So Socrates proposed a new citizenship that was, I think, more aware of their reality. And that's why, or because of these ideas, Socrates was killed from Athens court. So he is considered the martyr of freedom speech. This is important because I think that show us that in every time and every century have exist martyrs, and I think that that's important. Position, it's always there. Maybe the Socratic citizenship, it's the base of actual democratic system. So since those days, sorry, this new concept of citizenship was proposed by Socrates, and it's very useful because now we can fight for our freedom of expression, for example. And in those days, that was something impossible, you know. So I think that it's important to recognize that this concept uh, comes to that time. Okay, the grammar structures that I could identify was were pronoun and preposition in relative clauses, and passive voice and adverbs. Both are very common in this kind of conference, so it was very useful for me because this lecture was a little bit more difficult to understand than the last one. I remember that the last one I understand completely, but I didn't know a lot of vocabulary. But now that's something great. And so I hope that you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope that this explanation be useful.